Hello Virgo, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for December 2024. We are using the Lepus Tarot and we are using the Elder Futhark on Birchwood. So let's get started with a card from the Lepus Tarot. See what your month is going to be like the moon. So there's going to be a lot of flux. There are going to be a lot of things this month where you're not going to be really sure what you're looking at. There's going to be like a lot of glamours involved, not like glamour like magazines, but glamours like something is going to appear a certain way, but it's not going to really be that. So there's going to be a lot of that kind of thing going on this month. But really, there's a lot of clearly I'm shedding. Clearly, there's a lot of things are a bit misty. There may be it's sort of almost numinous things that are going to be happening. And when you do get those things that are kind of, am I looking at what I think I'm looking at kind of thing, I would just sort of let it be for now and sort of let the season work its way out, because then you can look at that later. But a lot where you're going to be on the more emotional side of things, and it's going to be, you'll get through it. Let me get some runes down. So let's get started. Birch runes. Oh yeah, so it is going to be a bit of a challenging month, but it's one that you're happy to take on. Like you're doing it. Like you're happy to take on this month, but there is a real challenge involved with it. That wants to be that way. And I don't blame you, because I'm like that. So central issue this month is Thurisaz reversed. Thurisaz is the rune of the challenge. It's the thorn, the giant, the gateway. It is reversed, which is a particularly difficult challenge. It always means a challenge. Reversed, you're basically facing a thorn wall. So it's going to feel very difficult, if not impossible, to get through or over. But you can, and I see how. But it is going to feel a little bit prickly and a little bit. I don't want to say dangerous, but like a little bit like you might get prickled, and that might not be pleasant, those little ouches. Leading up to this, you've been just carrying along your journey. We have Virgo, which is the rune of the journey. It's riding, so it's not like get on a train and there's a set destination. You are directing this journey, but you reach this point and this is a challenging month for you. So, I mean, for a lot of the reasons that we just talked about with the card, but it's just basically, you're sort of worried about what thorns there are in your path, and it's hard to see clearly. So what is going to help you? We have Avaz, which is the rune of the horse. This has to do with movement and also spirit. So there's a few ways I'm going to read this. First of all, keep moving forward. No matter what, the only way out is through. So just basically keep moving forward, move forward at as quick a pace as you can safely. Just let it, when you get to that point, where you're like, if I think about this, I'm going to fall. So just keep moving forward. I mean, I guess it's like bike, like if you're on a bike, if you stop and stop pedaling, then you're going to fall over. So you definitely, like an old bike, not the new ones. So you just want to keep moving forward for this. If you are worried about it, if you're worried about you see what you're seeing, what you think you might be seeing, let your spirit carry you, whatever spirit is for you. Avaz is also spirit. So it's just basically keep moving forward. And if you start to feel a little wobbly as far as you're tempted to stop, which you will be, don't let yourself, put yourself in the hands of spirit, whatever spirit is for you, and let that carry you forward. But the most important thing is to keep moving forward, and to keep moving forward in as swift a pace as is safely possible. What is not going to help you is, as we just discussed, Isa, which is the rune of ice. There may actually be ice issues for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere. We are going into December here, and that means winter here. So that might actually be literally a practical advice. But the main thing that ice generally means in the runes is a stillness and standstill, things that are not moving forward. And so it is basically exactly the opposite. These always are, and this is always the antidote to that. But in this case, they're literally opposites. This one means movement. This one means stillness. That was terrible grammar. So basically what it's saying, you will be tempted to stop. And that's what I was saying when I first put it down, is like, I'm like that as well. I have a tendency that I have worked very hard on trying to overcome, which is to freeze in the face of calamity. And if I feel like suddenly that I'm facing something slightly dangerous, I will stop. And if it was in this case where moving forward was absolutely key, I would fall over, and that's not going to help. So basically in this case, beware of what is going to tempt you to freeze. It may be a natural reaction rather than a temptation, and really there's not much you can do about it. However, the antidote is just to keep moving forward. If you find yourself in that situation where you're like, wait a minute, I've dug in and that's not going to help me because I'm going to fall over, I'm going to fall into the thorns, you need to just get your spirit back under you and let that carry you out of that, because that's what's going to carry you forward. It's really, really important. What you're going to feel like at the end of the month is that you will have done it. You're going to feel much more confident about things because you're going to be able to look back by the end of the month and see the challenge that you overcame, that you basically rode through or over or under or however you got past it, but you will be past it by the end of the month. And that's going to give you a good feeling of being able to support yourself, being able to protect yourself. We have Algiz, which is the rune of the elk, otherwise known as the moose. And this has to do with protection and support. When it's reversed on the path line, it generally means inner. So it's you are supporting yourself, that you didn't actually, you may have felt, well, I don't see that anywhere in the reading, but there may have been a situation where you're like, I think we're going to be focusing on just getting through it. So by the end of the month, you're going to feel very good about this. You're going to feel like I supported myself through this and I am good. So that, Virgo, is your reading for December 2024. I wish you all the best with this, and I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.